Hey, welcome everyone.
Welcome to Galui's Mood Food.
Let's tempt your taste buds. Hey everyone, welcome to Galui's Mood Food. Today we're going to be making some pork tenderloin chops. Now I know when somebody hears pork chops, first thing they think is it's going to be dry, it's going to be shoe leather. No, we're going to show you how to make, whether you're doing pork tenderloin, a pork chop itself with the bone in, or a pork shoulder. This is going to be nice and juicy, and you can cut it with a fork. And we're going to show you how to do this. Now we started with a pork tenderloin. When we cut it, we like to cut them in about a 1 inch, 3/4 to 1 inch strip. And out of a tenderloin, you'll probably get anywhere from 8 to 12 of these. So it's a very good buy for a family. If you have a big family, it's a very good buy. And the next thing we're going to show you is how to make this tender. And this is our secret. So y'all come back here in a little bit while I get stuff ready. Okay, first get yourself a bowl, a nice sized bowl, and get yourself some half and half. Now I'll tell you, you want to get about maybe a half a cup, 3/4 of a cup of half and half. We're going to do about 8 pork loin chops today, so this should be plenty. Get yourself a little onion powder, sprinkle that in. They can be a little generous on this. And then get yourself some tenderizer. You only want to use a little bit of this because if you use too much, it gets a little too salty because of the ingredients that are in tenderizer. But you want to use a little bit of this. Put a couple of things in there. You want to whisk this all together. Get all the ingredients mixed up. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to put these pork tenderloin chops into a plastic bag, a sealable plastic bag. We're doing 8 today, so you put 4 in each one. And you want to take this and put it in the sink to get clean. You want to take your mixture of your half and half, your onion powder, and your tenderizer. And the reason we use half and half, the milk, the enzymes in the milk actually tenderize and they make the pork chop nice and juicy, and that's the secret right there. You want to pour a little bit in each one, a little bit in this one. You want to seal it up. Make sure it's sealed or you're going to have milk everywhere. Now we're getting it here. There we go. Now you want to kind of marinate this and massage it right in to your pork loins. Set that aside. Clean up your little bit of mess. And get your last bag here, and you pour the remaining into that. Again, you want to seal it nice and tight. And you want to massage that into there. Get it in there nice and good. Now you want to put these on a couple plates. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick these in the refrigerator anywhere from 8 to 12 hours. It gives them a nice time, and every once in a while, as you go on, turn them over, massage them a little bit, make them happy. We like to have some happy stuff. And next thing is we're going to show you how to cook them.
Okay, we're going to do some potatoes next to go with this meal. And they're not really fried and they're not roasted, so we call them Froasted potatoes. So you get your potatoes, and we're using Yukon Gold, and you just cut them up, leave skins on, and dice them pretty large, so they're looking like that. Put those in. Got a couple more here to do real quick, and then we'll show you the next step from there. Alright, and after you get your potatoes cut up, big, beautiful, golden Yukon Gold potatoes. Alright, next step is, we use a white onion, large one, whole thing. Take the outer layer of that off. And you want these to be pretty large in their size so they don't cook before the potatoes get done. So you cut them like that into 6 pieces on each half. And then you just take those and you separate them. Like so. Peel the layers apart so you get nice big chunks in there. There we go. And then from there, just gonna set this aside. Alright, now the ingredients that go on this to get these into the oven. A few more to peel apart. Is some olive oil. Get some good olive oil. Drizzle that over. Just some for now, and then you can always add a little bit more if you need to, okay? And then we have this dry mix, and it's a ranch dry mix that you can buy in the packets, and you just sprinkle that on it. Maybe a half a pack or so. About a half a pack. And then we have our own homegrown rosemary. A pinch of that. Down over. Maybe just a little bit more. Okay. And then we have some thyme that we've grown and we dried. Pinch of thyme. Over that. Some black pepper. A couple shakes of that in there. Or you can use ground pepper, your choice. And last but not least, some onion powder. Even though you have the onions in there, it adds to it, brings the flavor up a little bit more for you. At this point, since we use the dry packet mix, we're not going to really add salt until we get everything mixed, and then just taste a little bit with your finger and see where your salt level is, and then you can add if you need to. So you stir these up. I need 2 spoons. Get this mixed. And always get your hands in there if you like. As long as they're clean. Which I know you all do. Okay. Potatoes are mixed up now. At this point, to me, it looks like they need a little more oil. You can always add, you just can't take away. And then I've got my Cranon beer in hand, so I'm going to have a swig of this first. Add some more oil. Mixed up. Very, very, very simple recipe. It's just the herbs that you'd like to put into it. And we do the rosemary, and we do the thyme, black pepper, onion powder, and a really nice olive oil. So from then, just and then the dry ranch dressing mix. Taste it. Pretty good. Pretty good. Take your pan, 9 by 13. Just spray it down a little bit so your potatoes don't stick, even though the olive oil's in there. And you pour all this into your pan. And for this part, I gotta grab a spatula here and get all the oils and the herbs out. Pour down over. You can have your oven preheated a little bit if you like, starting on low, warm, maybe about 100, 150 degrees, or you can just start as I am now. You don't have to have it preheated. Set it to about 350 for about 35 to 45 minutes, and in the meantime, while they're in here, take another pan, put a lid on them, let them sit in the oven, check them halfway through, set your timer, check them halfway through, give them a good stir, put the lid back on them, start getting a little brown on them, and then we'll show you what they look like when they come out of the oven.
Okay, now we're going to show you how to cook our pork loin chops. Now they've been in the refrigerator for about 12 hours in half and half, a little tenderizer, and some onion powder. And the enzymes in the half and half are just going to tenderize these and make them so juicy. So what we're going to start with first, we're going to start with some Italian breadcrumbs. You want to put a good helping of these in the bowl. We're going to make about 8 chops today, so make sure you got enough here. We'll put a little extra onion powder. You want to put a little bit of aged Parmesan in here, just a little bit, just enough to give them some oomph. Okay, you're gonna mix all this up here real good.
You want to go out? Is it okay?
Okay, what you want to do is you want to take your pork tenderloin. It's been marinating. Get it all up in there. You get a nice coating of that on there. You stick it right in. Now we're cooking these in extra virgin olive oil. You can use any oil you want. Extra virgin olive oil is very good. It's not a high temperature olive oil, but it's good for what we're doing right now. And we're going to do another one. Get that in there. Get your olive oil put around. Get that in the pan. Like I said, we're doing about 8 of these tonight. You'll probably get about 3 in a pan like this. Now when these are cooking, what you want to do is you want to get a pan that can hold about 8 of these. Nice pan. Get yourself some racks. They're very cheap. And of course you want to get yourself some beer. You put some beer in the bottom of these. And if any reason you have some beer that has gone flat, which doesn't happen around this house very often, but hey, it's the way it is. You save it, because even though you can't drink it, it's good for dishes. You can put it in, it flavors your dish, and it's very good. Save your beer. Always save your beer. Never waste the booze. You put that in there, and what we're going to do is we're going to wait for these to cook. We're going to get a nice brown on these. Okay, we're getting these brown on one side. You see that kind of brown you're going to get right there? That's what you're looking for right there. Flip them over. You get that brown on the other side. Need to add more olive oil? Hey, add more olive oil. And olive oil is very good. It's not a bad oil for you. It's actually a good oil. Another oil you can use is a grapeseed oil. It has no flavor. It's very high. You can really cook it. If you're really like deep frying something, a grapeseed oil is very good. But we're not really cooking it on a high thing. So olive oil is good for you. You get these going, and you got your pan full of beer at the bottom. You got your potatoes in the oven. Make sure you keep stirring them. Make sure you keep an eye on them, taste them. If they need some salt, pepper, a little bit more flavoring, that's when you do it. You can always taste, because as they cook, all those beautiful flavors marry together, and that's what you want to get. Okay, looks like these ones are pretty well done. You put them right on the rack. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that. Look at it. Those are what you want to see right there. And you just keep cooking these. You get that beautiful milk on there. You don't need any egg white. You don't need any egg wash or anything. You get that beautiful stuff in there. You put it on. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful right there. Now we're going to keep cooking these. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Y'all stick around and we're going to show you what it looks like after it's all done. Okay, now we've cooked our chops up, and you can see they're beautiful, nice brown. What we're going to do is we're going to finish off the last couple here. Oh, we got to make room. There's always room for one last guy here. What we're going to do is we're going to take these, and we got our beer at the bottom. We're going to put a lid on the top of these, actually a little bit of aluminum foil. We're going to stick them in the oven at about 350 for about 15-20 minutes to finish cooking them. All that beautiful juice is going to fall to the bottom, mix with the beer, and we're going to make you some pork gravy out of all this beautiful stuff. If you want to pour it on your potatoes, if you want to pour it on your pork tenderloin, that's fine. I don't think you're going to need it, but we always put a gravy on the table because it's gravy. So here's the last one. Now we're going to stick these in the oven. Get all that good stuff there. Pour it right in. Turn your heat off. We're going to cover these and put them in the oven. Y'all stick around after these get cooking and they're all done and all the flavors are in there. We're going to show you how to make the gravy, and then we're going to be ready to eat. You are going to love these. These are super juicy pork tenderloin chops. Like I said, you can make them with pork chops. You can make them with a pork shoulder steak. It doesn't matter. This is where it's at. Y'all come back. Okay, our potatoes are done. Our pork tenderloin chops are done. We're going to pull these out of the oven.
Hey Jules, where's your pants?
Never mind. This is what your potatoes are going to look like. You know, put them in a pan. Oh, these are great. You're going to love these.
Yum.
Oh.
Oh, one got away. That's okay.
That's for the cook.
That's for the cook. That's for the cook.
Oh,
Ah!
you scared me.
Hey, don't worry. I won't kill you.
Someone just peed their pants over there.
Peter Pan, that's okay. We'll clean it up later.
See where the pee pant people. Let's see where the pee pant people are.
There's the potatoes. We're gonna get the pork chops out now. We're gonna put them on our plate, and then we're gonna make some really great gravy from all this great stuff that's come off these. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that.
Beer gravy.
Oh,
Yeah.
these are the pork chops.
Oh, I know.
Pork tenderloin chops. Look at that. Isn't that great? That's what you're going to get right there. And believe me, you cut these with a knife. They aren't going to be dry since we put them in the milk and a little bit of tenderizer and your onion powder. I'm going to set that to a side real quick. Let me get another one in here but so I don't burn it myself, because I've done that before too. We're going to put them right here for a second. You're going to take out your, take out this. Now you're going to put all this beautiful, look at all these drippings, and that's all jus right there. That's all the beautiful stuff that goes in there. You're going to put it on the stove. You're going to put this on high because we want to get a nice, going here. We're going to put this on the table for here, for all our friends here. Look at that.
Awesome.
Isn't that beautiful?
Ooh. Now you gotta wait for everything else now. Come
You got
on.
the potatoes. You give us 10 seconds because that's going to
Nice.
set there because that meat's going to...
That looks delicious.
Because that meat's going to... You need to let the meat set a little while so all those juices get back into there, because if you cut them too soon, all that juice is going to fall out. At the meantime, we're going to get this going here.
Juices go out. Too soon.
Now, I know a lot of you don't have the time to make roux and all that stuff to make some gravy. So what you want to do is, if you're making pork, get yourself a couple packets of gravy mix. It ain't a sin to do this. It's an easy way out because you want to spend time with your friends. You don't want to spend time on the stove. You mix that with a little beer and water. And with the beer and all those juices, you look at that. You pour that beautiful stuff right in there.
Yum.
You get that cooking on high. You get that so it gets nice and creamy.
Don't you have a spatula so you can get all those juices out?
I can't find a spatula right now.
I'm sorry.
Maybe a whisk.
We're going to get rid of all this stuff here.
Come on, baby, whisk it.
Okay.
Whisk
It's
it.
already starting to boil. Look at that. It's starting to boil right there. Get yourself a spatula.
Whisk.
Whisk. Whisk, spatula. Hey, whatever you want to use. That's what it was. Whisk that up for a couple minutes. That's all you need. Now, we ain't fancy here. We don't have a good plate. But this is something you can pour out of. You can get what you want. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's bubbling out there. You seen that? Doesn't take long. You turn that off. Pour that in right there. You set this on the table for the rest of the folks.
Yum.
Hey, you've been watching Galui's Mood Food.
Woohoo.
We appreciate it. All our friends are here tonight. We're going to have a good time. Show them all there.
Woo.
Hey.
Y'all have a great meal. We'll see you next time, Galui's Mood Food. Take care, y'all.
Checking out to eat.